How important was the World Cup to your business? How much did you make?
Very important. We spent quite a lot of marketing on promoting our betting to the tourists, particularly through our subsidiary Betting World, which does both tote bets as well as fixed odds. And I must say, it went very well. We did about 33 million turnover just on the World Cup.
Right, and this was
in Betting World alone.
In Betting World alone, and I mean this was a big strategy for you in terms of diversifying away from horse racing. How important, now that you've got this massive turnover with regards to soccer betting and Betting World, how important is that diversification strategy?
I think it's important. Worldwide, you see a change in betting, and betting on horse racing is either in decline elsewhere in the world or certainly not growing. And we have higher inflation here in South Africa, so we need to find alternative sources of revenue. And we'll introduce new bet types on horse racing and then bet on other sports as well.
Mm-hmm. So is horse racing, I wouldn't say dead in the water, but I mean, you've still invested quite a substantial amount in your local horse racing activities. You put in lights at your Turffontein race course. Is there still hope for horse racing?
No, absolutely. And horse racing is the sport that we own and administer, certainly in our 9 provinces. So it's an important sport. It's a healthy sport in South Africa, and it's a sport like that we can be proud of. You know, we export our horse racing to some 27 countries in the world on a daily basis. Mm-hmm. So it's an excellent advertisement for South Africa.
Now, in February you lost the broadcast rights in the UK and Ireland. You expected the damage to really come to fruition, or to know what the extent of the damage was towards the end of this year. We are entering the second half. How bad has the damage been?
We think we've replenished most of it. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, in the short term it hurt us. But we think we're back there and have the platform to grow, from which to grow.
You also implemented a number of strategies to, I guess, mitigate the loss of those broadcast rights, and one of those was broadcasting in Italy. You've also just picked up on your website that you have you've got a UK tote, a new operation there, giving punters the opportunity to bet on more races locally and in the UK. What else are you doing?
Well, we're continuously looking to export our racing to more jurisdictions. We're working very well with France. France is the 3rd biggest tote in the world. Mm-hmm. And if we can get France to bet into our pools, which we're working on at the moment, you will see a vast increase in our pools. Just to put it into perspective, the French PMU bet on the J&B Met last year, only on the one race, and it wasn't commingled, so they didn't bet into our pools. They hosted their own pools on it, and just on the one race they bet 10 million rand. Jeez. Which is a lot. We took, by the way, about 35 million on the day, but that was now over 9 races between ourselves and Gold Circle, so that's quite significant.
Quite significant indeed. In terms of the growth areas, where are you seeing, we've got a population in Africa that's a very youthful population, it's a rapidly growing population. Where are the growth opportunities? Because, I mean, you watch TV and there's about 20 different adverts for, and pretty cheesy adverts, if I may say, for online betting, for different places that people can go to bet.
I think online betting for Africa is a few years off. Mm-hmm. We're focusing on cell phone betting, okay. Simply because the vast majority of Africans do not have access to the internet right now. So if you look at our typical customer base, pretty much everybody has a cell phone. And once they've got a phone, they've got access to betting.